I'm Josh Ryan, licensed professional counselor, and this is your daily rep, a short practice to build emotional control under pressure. At some point, you're going to react. You're going to say something too quickly. Your tone is going to slip. You're going to get defensive. You're going to miss the opportunity to set the pause. That's not failure. That's being human. But here's what most people get wrong. They think the goal is to never react, to stay calm all the time, to get it perfect. And when they don't, they either try to justify it or they just shut down completely. Neither of those creates growth, because control is not built through perfection. It's built through how you handle the moments when you don't get it right. What you do after you react matters more than the reaction itself. That's the shift. Because reactions happen fast. They're automatic. They're tied to your nervous system. And that's tied to your history and your triggers. But what happens next? That's where control shows up. Most people follow one of two patterns after they react. They either defend or they disappear. Defensiveness sounds like, that's not what I meant. You're overreacting. You misunderstood me. That's not fair. Disappearing sounds like silence, avoidance, withdrawal, refusing to come back and address it at all. Both patterns do the same thing. They attempt to protect the ego, but ultimately they damage the relationship because neither one takes ownership. Neither one repairs the moment. And without repair, tension lingers. Trust begins to erode and distance begins to grow. That's why repair itself is a skill, not an apology. It's a skill, because a real repair does three things. Number one, it takes ownership. Number two, it acknowledges the impact. And three, it moves the interaction forward, not backwards. Let's break this down. Ownership means you don't explain your way out of what happened. You don't soften it. You don't dilute it. You don't try to justify it. You just clearly say, I shouldn't have said that like that. That's ownership. No but, no defense, no redirect, just clarity. Acknowledging impact means you recognize how your statement or behavior landed, not just what you intended. Because your intention and impact are not the same thing. You might not have meant to be sharp, but if it felt sharp, that's what matters in the moment. So instead of saying, that's not how I meant it, you say, I can see how that came across. That's a completely different experience for the other person. One dismisses, one connects. And connection is what repair is built on. The third part is movement. Repair is not just looking backwards, it's also looking forward. It's showing that you're willing to adjust, that you're aware, that you're choosing differently. Because without change, words don't hold weight. Anyone can apologize. Free people adjust. And people learn quickly which one you are. Now here's the important part. Repair needs to happen relatively quickly. Not immediately in the heat of escalation, but not days later either. Too fast and it's reactive. Too late and the damage settles. There's a window where repair is most effective. That window is when both people have settled down enough, but the moment is still relevant. That's where trust is built, because repair shows something powerful. It shows awareness, it shows accountability, and ultimately it shows control. Not control over the moment, but control over yourself after the moment. That's what people remember. Not that you reacted, but how you handled it afterwards. Think about that. People don't expect perfection. However, they do expect consistency. And consistency includes the act of repair. Let's make this a little more practical. Imagine you respond sharply in a conversation. You cut someone off. Your tone carries frustration. The moment passes. Later, instead of ignoring it, you come back and say, "Hey, I want to come back to that earlier. My tone was off, and that's on me." That's it. Simple, clear, no explanation. Now the other person feels something different. Oftentimes they feel respected and seen. They feel like the moment actually mattered. That changes the dynamics in a relationship. Or imagine if you get defensive in a discussion. Instead of doubling down later, you say, "I got defensive earlier. I should have listened more first." That level of ownership is rare. And because it's rare, it makes it very powerful. It builds trust quickly because people don't trust perfection. They trust honesty and adjustment. This is especially important in leadership. Leaders who never repair ultimately create distance. People stop bringing things up. They stop being honest. They disengage. But leaders who repair create zones of safety. They show that accountability goes in both directions. That builds stronger teams, stronger communication, and stronger trust. And in relationships, it's even more important because repeated small moments, unrepaired, turn into larger disconnections. But small repairs, repeated consistently, build deeper connection. That's how this works. Not through one perfect moment, but through many repaired ones. Now here's the mindset shift. You don't need to fear reacting. You need to get better at repairing. That changes everything. Because now you're not chasing perfection. You're building resilience. You're building awareness. You're building trust through your actions. That's sustainable and that's real. That's how people actually change. Today's rep. The next time you react, and you will, don't justify it. Don't ignore it. Come back to it. And take one clean step of ownership. One sentence. No explanation, no defense, just ownership. Then notice what happens. Because repair doesn't just fix the moment. It strengthens your identity. This is part of Pillar 7, repairing your after reactivity. Because control is not just what you do in the moment. It's what you do after. If you're serious about building emotional discipline and stronger relationships, and you'd like to read the book or use the workbook for Pause and Respond, go to pauseandrespond.com. Stay with us in this process. We're in the 30-day discipline run. 21 reps completed, 9 more to go. Follow the show so you don't miss the next rep. Because tomorrow we go deeper. We'll talk about why explaining during apology weakens it. Less reaction, more choice.